Okay, welcome to our today's class. I warmly welcome to all people who are live or who will be watching this recording on their social media platform. We started a important series on assisting healing a couple of months ago. The main purpose is to help yourself and empower yourself in terms of knowledge, in terms of awareness that how you can have a capacity to heal yourself um, most of the time, even without seeing the doctor, without seeing the surgeon, or without seeing the things, the other medical profession. Uh, that the reality which we are coming across that we have to see the medical doctor at the same time, and at the same time we have to help ourselves to heal speedily, because the doctors, they will work on one dimension of your body uh, to fix on a physical level, but there are emotional level, there is psychological level, there is a spiritual level. That other three levels you need to work so that your healing should be complete and speedily and integrately. So my purpose of this class or this series to help and increase your spectrum of awareness that healing is not only the doctor domain. Healing is mainly your responsibility, and how you can do this responsible to fulfill a responsibility to fulfill when you have complete awareness that where this illness, where this pain, where this suffering comes from. So that is the main agenda of this series. So my name is Maratip, and we do run online lifelong study circle every Sunday, where we try to fill those gaps in our life which remain unfulfilled, because our schools, they did not teach us, our college, they did not teach us, and these teachings are really really important, because these teachings or these gaps needs to fulfill, otherwise we will be face failure or living a very mediocre life, which we should not. We need to live a greatness life. We need to live a amazing life which we all deserve, and that is a humble attempt to do. Mostly stuff I took from this book, Healing and Recovery, by Dr. David Hawken, who was a great church authority and a mystic from the West. Uh, but more importantly, he practiced as a medical doctor, as a psychiatrist for 40 years in America. So his whole intellectual asset uh, are with us, and we have to get benefit of this, especially from this class. So I will not go in details what is healing about and what has been history of healing, how the Jesus Christ was the most amazing person who used to heal the people from his hand, but that's magical hands or words what he used to speak is 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 like a is not like a, is it was a magic actually, but how did it happen? It's a long story, it's a long things to understand, but here my approach here for assisting healing is is to know what is actually origin of illness, where this illness comes from, how the mind over body um, works to you make you ill or make you healthier. What is the relationship between mind and body? That we did already. Then we also learned a couple of weeks ago about self-fulfilling prophecy. Uh, was mentioned by my teacher, my greatest business leader, Dr. Stephen Covey, in his Seven Habits of Highly Effective People book, and in which he mentioned that whatever we believe, Usually we tend, we try, we ensure to make it proof, make it happen true, so that we everyone try to be profit, everyone try to self-fulfill what he or she claim and justify his or her action or justify his or her beliefs. So this self-fulfilling prophecy is basically a mental edge. Uh, Whatever you believe, whether it's a wrong belief or true belief, that's a separate thing. But we have a tendency, or every person likes to self-fulfill her or his life based uh, on nurturing or background, how he or she brought up in school, in college, or in background experience. And we also learn from this video that how thoughts and belief shape our action through phenomena of self-fulfilling prophecy. Because self-fulfilling prophecy is very important if we are understanding where the illnesses come from, where the pain and suffering come from, because we believe on pain and suffering. We believe that I will be victim of cancer. You will believe that, oh, after 5 years I maybe have a heart attack, because you have been groomed in the way that you may have a stroke in coming life. So these beliefs basically comes in your life in reality, and you become victim of these beliefs or these uh, type of thing. Then we also learn where this belief system come from, where this belief system come from, and this was an amazing episode we cover also, and then we also learn how we can cure our illness in a quicker way, and we learn that. You have to be romantic. You have to have a romance with the world, with the people, with the surrounding. Without romance, the illness cannot get rid of from you. But this romance cannot come to you until you will change yourself and you will have a healing mantra. I no longer believe in that. I'm an infinite being and I'm not subject to that illness. I'm only subject to what I hold in my mind. And what I am hold in my mind, just love. Just just love. And that's I'm holding. And once you are holding the love in your mind, no illness can come to you. Even if you have a cancer, you have a miraculous result. The cancer will get rid of forever. So these, because you are now controlling your mind, now mind is not controlling you. So that type of approach we need to do. Then we 2 weeks ago we started in the same connection how we can do manage our stress, because this stress leads to physical illnesses. My old diseases which potentially I prone to are coming from stress, and that stress is a product, is a byproduct of our urban life. Unfortunately, our metropolitan life, our very mechanical and machinery based life, and that stress we all have. And every day our hormones are imbalanced because of some excitement, because of some fear, and that excitement and fear they always uh, mix and match, and that pile up the stress. And then we have to manage the stress, and we have to learn how to manage the stress, because if we are not managing the stress, that will turn into physical illness, and that physical illness can lead you to fatal diseases until we die, until we die because of stroke, because of heart attack, or because of hypertension. Don't remember, in America there are number three killers of any human being. The three major diseases are number one, two, three in America is heart attack, is stroke, and hypertension. And why this come from, where this come from, is come from some form of physical illness which gradually pile up in your body. But with this, where this physical illness come from, because of your continuous living in a stressful life, and more importantly, you don't know how to remove the stress, how to identify the stress, how to relieve from the stress. That is because the stress is like a balloon which is popping out, popping up, and you don't know which needle I need to put in so that it will pop out. And that is our ignorance, that is our lack of knowledge, especially in 21st century, where the knowledge worker age is everywhere, where the wisdom is everywhere, but still we are living as an ignorant life. So we basically are helping ourselves to reduce our stress, because this stress will lead to the physical illness, and that will create pain and suffering. This pain and suffering will sustain for longer period, and that eventually make us on a deathbed. And last week we study there are five dimensions, there are five major paradigm of how we become physical ill. And last week we learned psychological dimension, that when a people actually do not have physical illness, but psychologically they are prone to live a physical illness based life. This psychological dimension we learned. If you missed this episode, you can, I uploaded already on my YouTube channel. You can go and download, or you can watch there directly, that what are the psychological um, dimension of make you feel physical ill. So this is also I breaking news on many people, that what they think that they are ill, or they have pain, they have proper illnesses look like, and very genuine like, but actually they are no more just a deception, just a psychological deception, and we need to identify, okay, because that these things doctor cannot cure, okay, because this is all in your psychology, because this is all your in belief system, okay, and that was very important uh, episode. So you can go to my YouTube channel to watch it. Today, we are basically learning what are the medical reason, what are the medical dimension of you become ill. When you are genuinely physical ill, what happens? Okay, when you are really on deathbed, okay, when your ECG, when your all tests, medical test in the hospital are really showing negative figures, okay, which are alarming that you are sooner or later are dying, okay. What are these reasons? Okay, that is not psychological, that is real happening with your body. So we need to learn this dimension. And next week, we will learn energy level dimension, that we are energy, and how this energy level we need to understand, which is far away from the medical reason, which we will study today. So are you ready for learning what are the medical reason, medical aspect of stress, of being physical illnesses? So that we are going to learn today in a quickly. Um, yeah, in a we have right 4 5 paragraphs. So that's we are going to learn. Maybe we are lack of time, but if you are ready, then I can go to know the medical aspects of stress and physical illnesses. So Are you ready for going, or we can postpone to the next Sunday? Okay, I think we can maybe wind up quickly. We can go for 10 minutes, and then if we could not cover it, then we can do the part two the next week. But so, like we studied last week, that there are the psychological reason that how the physical illness come to you, and we learned that there is a suppression and repression. This suppression and repression make my feelings too prone to that I am ill, and that start to reflect on my different body. And this symptom I can feel. I can feel my heartbeat is raising. I can feel I have a lower back pain. I can feel my headache is going to be start, and you know. So um, we learned that this is all psychological, and we learn in detail. But what are the medical sorry what are the medical aspects of stress, physical illnesses? That stress is our response to a perceived threat. It could be real, it could be imaginary, okay, to our security of our physical body, or our bodily equilibrium. So once we start to think that there is a threat is coming, so that is just we are imagining through my mind, or actually really I'm experiencing due to my internal changes in the body, or my environment, or the climate change impact could be on my body as well. So that is a response from my body. Now is in stress. Now my body is coping a stress which I have imagined, or which I am experienced in reality, and what the doctor says. So basically, today's episode is about doctor's point of view. Okay, not the psychological point of view, not the spiritual point of view, not any energy related theories, just purely doctor, what doctor says. So we need to become a little bit doctors at the moment. Okay, that anything which my body is having a stress, that could be internal or external. If it is internal, that could be because of my thought pattern, because my brain is sending the signal to my body, and that body through the nerve system, very complex spinal system, is reflecting on your body in form of pain and suffering. Or in reality, I have some wounds within my organ, within my body, or I have a cancer cells within my body, and that is creating problem. Okay, we call it internal stimulus we are experiencing. So they all are internal stimuli within our body. Okay, and what is the external? It could be environmental. Okay, for example, if there is a rainy, or there is a windy, there is a stormy weather outside, and your body is reflecting something based on what you are holding on your mind. Okay, um, for example, you have start to feel allergic. You maybe have allergic of milk, dairy product, nuts. You may have a hay fever. There is a allergic response because you are outside and there is pollens everywhere. You know, um, so it could be anything environmentally. Okay, we call it external stimuli, but both can impact, will be impact and create a stress in your body. Okay, and that will create impact in three ways. One, your body will really feel diseased body. Okay, you will be identified as a victim of that disease physically, or you mentally very upset and you may be victim of anxiety and depression. Okay. And that you will have, or emotionally you will be very unstable. There will be chaos on your mind all the time, because you are emotionally very very demoralized. So these happens what impact on your three level. Now imagine I did not add a spiritual level, okay, because we are not talking about spirituality at the moment. We are talking just a medical reason, okay, what the medically we in everyday life we can. So let's start read our today's thing, that how the stress start and make us on a deathbed, how the stress start in our life and make me heart attack, or give me some stroke after a couple of months or a couple of years. So that's we are going to study. But before that, um, I know you will be reading or I mean viewing these images in your school level, science and biology, or maybe in media as well. Um, and you need to know some basic thing about our human body in physiological perspective, that the there is a one very important gland within our body which is located on our kidney. We call it adrenal gland. Also, there is a very important gland which is located right within my brain. Okay, um, we uh, this is also called pituitary gland. Okay, also our brain is look like this. Okay, and there is a cerebral cortex, um, which is showing from this way and this way, and in deeper way it look like a gray matter. Okay, that cerebral cortex is located within our body. And also there are other glands and hormones we have. You must have known a very important hormone, adrenal hormone, or you also must heard about cortisol hormone. You may be heard about a very important hormone, endorphin, right? These are all part of our physiology, and these are all very important, um, give the path which leads to a diseased stage of our life, when we will have cancer and when we will have um, almost death experience. So that we have to be very alert about it. 1 second, sir. Battery is finishing. Second. Yes, sir. Apologize for that. Okay. Okay, so these are important things in our life. So keeping these location of our important things, which is related to stress, we are going to study how this physical illness come in our body, how we become victim of heart attack, how we will become victim of hypertension, how we will victim of diabetes, how we will victim of lot of diseases. Okay, so it's saying there are three stages. Doctor says there are three stages. Usually you become on a deathbed after two stages, but there could be a third stage as well. But what are the first stage? Okay. Uh, the first stage is your body goes into alarm reaction. Your body is showing pain and suffering. That is the first stage when you are in really stress, okay, continuously stress. And remember, our stress is mostly phenomena of our urban life, our city life, where we are living in a very uh, a very mechanical and electrical setting. Sorry, my voice is going to be hoarse. So I uh, apologize for that. So that is the first alarm, okay? And that is the first stage. The second stage is when my body has a resistance and it tries to restore, it tries to fight it, with alarms. What is ringing? What is biggling? Okay, so that is the second stage. And in a second stage, you fight or flight. Okay, whether you are going to fight with your old symptom which is showing on your body, and you are going to be calm down. Okay, and you have a capacity, you are enough strong, you have a good defense mechanism, you have a good what we call it defense system within the body. Okay, that is the second stage. Okay, and after second stage you will be on the deathbed, or you will be living very happily again based on your strongness. But there will be another third stage which called exhaustion syndrome. Okay, where your body will answer you, no, I am no more. I'm now tired. I'm raising my hand. Sorry. All the best, babe. All the best. And you are just given an answer by your doctor while you are in hospital. And your reports are very, very terrible to show to you. Uh, so that is also the third stage of syndrome, which after that you die basically. So now we are going to study every stage one by one. Okay, slowly. First stage is a alarm reaction. Okay, when your body is signaling lot of things, your blood is showing different result. You your tests are showing different result. Your your hormones are going to change. Okay, your nervous system is trying to uh, restore your, you know, uh, but you are still constant in big challenges in your. This is all doctor says to you, okay, or doctor's eye is thinking what is uh, going to be happen, and you try to make uh, euphoric effect in your life, euphoria, you try to be addictive in other thing because you want to deviate your attention from your physical symptom, and you pretend that you are okay, and that's why you are becoming addictive in other activities. Okay, you try to deviate your attention, or you try to fighting psychologically with your physical illness or physical symptoms you are. Okay, and that is again another uh, tension you are getting because you are not coping with your problem. You are actually trying to deviate your attention from the reality. And then maybe you start to smoke a lot, and maybe you are going to be alcoholic more. Maybe you're prone to have more sexual um, intercourse or sexual pleasure you want to do. Maybe because you want to get rid of these, you try to do go on a vacations. You try to, so you want to come out from depression. You want to come out, these all stimulus which are impacting. You actually uh, are behind the scene. You are fighting, but basically you are flighting. So this is not fighting, this is flighting. You are flight. So that is a level where you have a cortisol on a higher level, okay, and you are now euphoric. Um, and but you may be living a fake life on that time because you are ill or you are getting ill, and you are pretend to be ill. So let's try to learn this stage number one, when the alarm reaction start in our body. Okay. So I ask Jenny if you still are with me and can read it for us, please.
Body first goes through alarm reaction. The alarm reaction occurs via the pathway of the cerebral cortex, hypothalamus, lower brain, adrenal glands, bloodstream, cortisol, and adrenaline. In addition, there's a release of brain hormones and stimulation of the body's sympathetic nervous system. The adrenaline then goes to all of the body's organs and prepares them for fight or flight. Many people, especially in big cities, learn to live off of the adrenaline high of constant challenges. The threat to survival of the intense competition keeps the adrenaline flowing. Typically, they get depressed on weekends or vacations. They are addicted to excitement and abnormal stimulation. They get used to the semi euphoria induced by the high levels of cortisol.
Thank you. It's a great reading. So, the especially the people who are living in the city, they are more have alarm reactions. The reason why their life is constantly in stress, the stress to pay the rent of the house, rent of the office, paying problems in the business or problem at the job all the time, problem with the wife, problem with the husband, uh, issue of the children, uh, to maintaining the bread and butter, you know, uh, financial problems, especially nowadays, is too much with everyone, especially after COVID effect, where inflation in UK and America and all part of the world is so high, where you have a victim of maybe unemployment, maybe low economics resources, or these are the old problem of the big city. And your adrenaline hormone is all the time is moving. I mean, because you are constantly fighting. You are in competition. Okay, you are in stress. Your adrenal hormone is all the time in operation, and it is giving you backup support. Come on, go on. I'm with you. So that is your defense mechanism is working still. Okay, it is you are surviving but still in threat. Okay, and that uh, is impacting your organ. Okay, if it stay longer, your organs are going to be answer no, I cannot do. But still at the moment on the first stage, it is going well. Okay, you are coping, but remember, you are euphoric, you are addictive now. Okay, you're trying to flight through fighting spirit. You have a constantly adrenal gland, cortisol level of hormones are are higher, and cortisol and adrenal gland hormones are from um, coming from your brain, from your body, and is affecting all organs of your body. Okay. Now let's go to the second stage, and second stage where you start to resist, and you resist well, but unfortunately this resistance no longer work because your coping mechanism is only very superficial level, and now you are really showing diseases at the end. Your ankles are going swollen, you have headache continuously, even you are on holidays from your work, but um, you still are in pain. Okay, and the important thing is when you are working you are feeling well, and when you are not working and staying at home you feeling illness, you feeling not well. Have you come across this condition when uh, you are at work or you're doing a lot of work, you even some symptoms are showing, but you still coping up very well. But as soon you are little bit free from your, immediately you are uh, you feel different sign. Like some people have a frequent urination, some people they have swollen ankles, some people have uh, body aches, lower back pain start on Friday, Saturday, you know, uh, and you know that happens with many professional people. Yeah, uh, and that is the second stage of resistance. And after that, you are going to admit in hospital if it is stay longer. So let's try to read it. That what happens in second stage. So David Hawken is saying. That the second stage, that of resistance, is the body's attempt to restore homeostatic balance. It involves hormonal changes and shifts in metabolism and mineral balance. Commonly, there is a sodium accompanied by water retention in the tissue. Then, some executive or professional people, for instance, develop swollen ankles as the week goes. Then on Friday evening, they have a frequency of urination. They complain of a letting down uh, due to sudden decrease in level of cortisol hormone. You know, sometimes their people have a urination while they are driving as well. Immediately, suddenly something happens. Uh, in addition to somewhat euphoric effect, cortisol also have an anesthetic effect. Therefore, during the let down period of low cortisol production, weekenders, uh, being professional people, may notice physical symptoms that were ignored during the excitement of the work week, and they may complain of many aches and pains over the weekend that were not experienced while at work. So that's just I was mentioning that during the work you were feeling okay because you try to cope it, your body, you have a good mechanism, but as soon you are spending holiday, your all things start to reflect on your body, and on that level, you have no proper coping mechanism because your body is relaxing and your body has already released too many adrenal and cortisol already. So now there is no these hormones, and then now you will start to really ill uh, on holidays, especially, and that is a second stage. Okay, now after that you will go contact the doctor. Doctor will hospitalize you, and doctor will give you test, and maybe you will be now long-term illness. Your some organ can fail. Your body is prone to heart attack now, or maybe you may have come a heart attack already. So maybe your cancer cells are now more healthy, which will make you problem as well. So, but in third stage, which is exhaustion syndrome stage, okay, now you totally are the deathbed, okay. Only your spirituality will survive you for long term, but medical science will give you answer no, sorry. Let's try to understand this stage. So I will ask you, Jenny, if you try to read it, please.
The third stage is exhaustion. If stress continues unabated beyond the capacity of the body's coping mechanisms, eventually they begin to fail. The state of adrenal exhaustion sets in. The body's defenses have become too weak to counter the effects of stress. There is suppression of the immune system. The body's organs begin to show pathological changes due to the long exposure of to stress hormones. The body's energy stores have become depleted, leading eventually to disease and finally death of the organism.
Thank you. It's a great reading.
This
So,
is all
uh,
caused by stress?
yeah, this is all caused by the stress. That's right. Our
Wow.
stress, our stress, continuous stress is the number one and the only cause that leads to physical illness. So basically,
Okay.
stress management is making you the health management. So this is
Okay.
so important. And the last paragraph of the today, and then we will finish it. And then what happens in America? That we're going to study half of the paragraph. I will read, and Jenny will finish it today. So major cause of the death during the acute alarm reaction, which was a stage number one, the stomach's motility halts, digestion stops, and the blood supplies to the stomach's lining is decreased. Then after that, a stress continues due to imbalance of the nervous system and hormone changes, hyperacidity, and overproduction of digestive enzymes occur. The heightened digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acids acting on weakened gastrointestinal lining result in ulceration. So you will be start to feel ulcer. Yes. Oh, what happened? Why it's feeling this? Oh, oh, really? But you can sit. Really? But you, I will speak with her. But you can calm down here. You take a deep breath. You are okay now? Okay, I'm finishing. I'm coming to you. See you. Okay. Thank. Sorry for waiting.
Those are
Okay.
cute.
Thank you. Uh, okay. So yeah. So you will have a ulcer. So producing stress ulcers with continued stress, the ulcers may hemorrhage or perforate and precipitate a medical catastrophe. So that is the medical catastrophe mean you are in emergency now. Let's continue to start. Yeah, from here you can read Jenny in other cases.
In other cases, the reaction to chronic abnormal stress may be failure to produce hydrochloric acid or enzymes, resulting in chronic indigestion and poor nutrition. Besides the gastrointestinal tract, the cardiovascular system also reacts to stress by an alarm reaction. As the stress becomes chronic, the heart, blood vessels, and kidneys may go through damage, resulting in hypertension and or coronary disease. The stress is eventually responsible for strokes, heart attacks, and hypertension, all of which are major causes of death in the United States.
Yes, thank you. So, do you see that how we started here the medical aspect of the stress and the cause of the physical illness? So, doctor has very well, I mean, lay out the whole story, how you die or how you become victim of major illnesses, that internal or external stimuli impact you, and that impact you physical, mentally, and emotion. And then doctor said you die in three stages. The first stage, your body start to have a lot of alarm reaction, and these alarm reactions stay for a couple of weeks or month even, and you have to uh, change your lifestyle. But if you don't change your lifestyle and thinking pattern, the second stage comes immediately, and that your body reaction to coping mechanism which God has already given to your body, and it will work in a limited way, but still you will have a euphoric effect, addiction at the end. You don't like your work day, weekends or holidays, because in weekend or on holidays you feel illness is more, and you want to go for work immediately when the Monday starts. Why? Because that's how your body says, and that's why workaholic issue is lot of with lot of people, they can't live without work. They, and also the same thing with gym people. Lot of people who goes gym, they always wants to be gym. If they don't go one day gym to go for fitness or something, they feel that I mean, they are something. But here is we're talking about more for professional people in a professional setting, and then there could be failure of lot of things till and defense mechanism collapse and your all energy is depleted. That is very important term. Depleted means even you have a positive energy in your body that all release without your permission. And you were once you were feel very strong, you will say, "Where's my energy gone? Oh my God! Oh my God! I was very strong. What happened to me? I'm I'm totally drained because your body has stored and release and deplete all energy, unfortunately, because of your disease. And that's why you are in major cause of the death. I was preparing this lecture yesterday. My wife Aisha, she's very kind fellow with me when I do study at home and preparing my these classes. So she actually mentioned a very good incident about to understanding how we collapse. And she says, Marathi, many people when they go for um, for mountain journey, for big adventure in life. For example, they want to conquer Mount Everest. They want to go on the top of the Mount Everest, which is the world's highest peak point. Uh, they are very exciting on that time. And when they start, they do lot of exercise, mental strongness. They do lot of, I mean, month work. Okay, on that time they have too much challenges. Their adrenal hormone, their cortisol hormone are on peak on because you are constantly in challenge. Unconsciously, you know that you maybe die when you will go up on the mountain, but you still going, you are ascending, you are going up and up on the hill. Okay, you doing your best and you actually made it. Once you are on the top of the hill on the mountain and you say, ah, yeah, I won, I am the strongest person, I'm the most successful person, and blah blah blah. And then their body, if they are not enough trained on that time, their body start to react negatively immediately because their adrenal cooperation, their cortisol hormone cooperation within the body are finished now. They are no longer make you in challenge. And when you are coming down from the top to the bottom where you started this adventure, your body is not with you, okay? Because your all energy has depleted. Your cortisol is no longer with you for some reason, unfortunately. Your adrenal hormone from coming from adrenal gland is no more with you. Your coping mechanism is all now relaxed, all, and you try to go down because remember, when you are going up, you have to go down with strongness as well because with the same spirit when you were going up to the hill, going up to the mountain, because you do not have these stress with you, this stress hormone with you, and your body is now showing very physiological and psychological system. And you know that what happens? Many people they do not die when they're going up. Many people they die when they're going down to the hill. And that was a mind-blowing learning from me, which just my Aisha mentioned to me, and I never knew that why this happened because Aisha is a psychology graduate as well, and she learned. in master degree, this all things that the how people when they got success, but while they got success, their physiological hormones become not positively relaxed, but negatively relaxed. Your coping hormones are no longer with you because you were not trained enough to maintain your success or going back from top to bottom, and that's where you die on the way. And if you see on a lot of YouTube videos, lot of people, lot of skydiver, lot of uh, people who goes to the mountain journey to uh, they die and they die on while they are coming down, and that was very strange thing. So these hormones are so important. We need to use them. I mean, our body is using them anyway unconsciously, uh, but we have to be aware about that so that we can maintain our success and we can come back where we started our journey from. So that's it. So that was a medical aspect how our physical illnesses come from, and that is I breaking news is that stress is the number one cause and the only cause usually because of internal stimulus or external stimulus, whether I imagine something, whether I have real danger thing around me or within myself. Because of this the doctor think that this is the how you die, this is the thing how you go on a deathbed. And yeah, so that is our class for today. So we just finished this medical illness. I will make it green. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we finished the psychological reason of physical illness, the medical reason of physical illness. Next week we will learn energy level. Energy level is another big paradigm of many people. If you don't know, we will learn about energy level. What is energy level and how energy level is related with physical illness or pain and suffering. And we will explore it next Sunday. Thank you so much for this class. I appreciate your patience and time to give me and give for everyone who may watch this video and get benefit. So see you next Sunday, same time, with a new topic of how we have physical illnesses. Bye bye.
Thank you, Meritive.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Have a stress-free week.
Oh yes, yes. Now no
Oh,
way to
yeah.
stress now. Stress is
No
very, very
stress.
danger.
That's
Yeah,
right. We'll have a no stress week. All right. Okay.
that's
Bye.
right.
Talk to you next week.
Bye. Bye.